Hey guys, Snupy here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my top 5 3v3 comps for Feral Druid and Shadowlands. So if you and your friends want to play Feral and you're wondering like what class you should play to match well, this video will hopefully help. Again, 5 comps I'm going to cover now. There might be more comps that are also good for sure, but these are my personal top 5 so far. We're still in the beta. Things might change, but yeah, here it is. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so for my number 5, I'm putting Frost and Arcane FMP, like, at the same spot, pretty much. I might say that, go ahead and say that Arcane is, like, a little bit better. Like, it's, like, a stronger, but still in the same tier. Mainly because getting, like, polymorphs going seems to be a bit easier for Arcane mages, because they have more mobility. And as Frost FMP, kind of, like, waiting around, like, when can we get the goal? You might bash and, like, tries to blink poly, whatever, but then they might have a stop. Well, Arcane can kind of do it more on their own. But both feel really good. I played Arcane with Pili and Awaken, and we won almost every game. Seems like the burst is insane, and like the sustainability. They're gonna train the Arcane Mage. He can run. You'll spam clone and peel him off. Especially now when you have clone baseline, it's super nice. Yeah, Frost Arcane. No, Frost FMP also feels really good, really bursty. Again, the problem might be landing polymorphs when you need them. But, yeah. Overall, good comp. I recommend it. If you know a mage, try it out. See how it goes. Now on to number 4. Okay, so for number 4, I'm putting Destrolock. Mainly Affliction too, but I barely play with any Affliction. Played more Destro, so that's what I'm gonna focus on now. So Destrolock Feral is a good comp in BFA not 2 on in 3s with a Holy Pala or with like a Misserver. And I think it's going to get even better in BFA. I mean, in Shadowlands, it seems. From what I played, it felt really, really good. The amount of burst you can do is pretty crazy with a Feral Druid and a Warlock. You can do spread pressure. You can do soul target damage, swaps. It might be hard to get like good setup going when it comes to like getting fairs. But you can still like a bash fair. You can set it up to some degree. But it's not as good as like, you know, a trap go or something. But yeah. This comp's definitely very good and really fun too, I'd say. A bit different. Quite often, like with some of these comps, like FMP and this one too, is that they're going to be training the Warlock or like the Mage or even the Shadow Priest quite often, so you can kind of just do whatever you want to, which is cloning, peeling, anything, right? So off-feeling, which makes it pretty interesting as a Feral Druid. Yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Now on to number 3. Okay, so for my number 3 is a comp that I'm pretty surprised felt so good to play, and this is MM Jungle. MM is like pretty much a meme right now on in BFA, but on the beta, it's really insane. They can do huge damage in a short amount of time. They have good survivability and are just solid overall, which makes them good in jungle too. I think they can actually like play most things right now and still do good, but yeah, one of those things is jungle. So I think the one problem with this comp is that getting traps can be a bit more tricky with MM than survival. There's no harpoon, no pet stun. You can still do, like scatter trap, then the trap will be half. So bash trap or just trapping without any stun at all is probably the way to go about it, or like off a fair maybe. But yeah, really fun comp. I'd say give it a go. Is different from survival jungle. Feels more like almost you're playing with a caster, because MM is like casting, you know, aim shots and everything. So people will quite often train him, so you can kind of do whatever you want to quite often. That's the Feral. When I play this, I play with Fetkisse and Motivates Priest, and we won almost every game against good teams. But the beta's a bit scuffed, so maybe that's why. But yeah, MM Jungle, number 3, and now on to number 2. Okay, so now for number 2, I'm putting a comp that I really enjoy playing. This is Feral Shadow Priest. We played it with a Disc Priest, me and Boney and Motivate on the healer. I think it's way better with like a Holy Paladin or Mr. Monk in general. But Misters right now on the beta are pretty insane with mind games, and they can kind of one-shot everything. So it works out just fine in these games that you're seeing. But yeah, in general, I'd go with like a Holy Paladin or Mr. I play this comp quite a bit on BFA, and it's really good on live too. But I think it's going to be even more viable in Shadowlands. Maybe because Priest, I feel like Shadow Priest can now like play with pretty much anything. There's such a good supporting class or spec. So with this comp too, because both Ferals and Shadow Priest are both hybrids, you can do insane off-heals, and you can pretty much live forever. If you rotate your defensives, right? You have life swap, you have off-healing. Mainly the off-healing is insane right now on the beta, so you can literally live forever. I assume it's going to get tuned down for when it's released. But yeah, should still be really good though. Yeah, that's my number 2. And now on to number 1. My number 1 might not surprise a lot of people. Because it's kind of like the best one on live as well. But yeah, let's dive into it. Okay, so for my number 1, I put Survival Jungle. It's like the best right now on BFA, and I think it's going to remain the best. It's just so solid, like with the Stun Trap. You can rotate Bash and Intimidating Roar, whatever it's called. The Hunter Pet Stun. Like the consistent goes mixed with the burst damage. And just like the synergy between Survival and Feral is really, really, really good. Even without dress and stuff, it's still a very, very good comp. And it always kind of will be, I think, just because of the specs and like how they work together. So again, this is probably like the best one to play, but I'd say give the other ones a go, because mix it up is always nice, and playing different stuff is fun. But if you just want to push rating, get Glider, I think your best bet might be to go for Survival Jungle again. But we'll see. Like honestly, like this list might change. Things still might get tuned, and I'm gonna play more. And after I play more, I might change my mind. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this list. There are more comps in play, so I might make it like an updated version or like a part 2 as time goes on. And yeah, hope this video helped a little bit at least. And I'll see you guys on my stream or on YouTube or wherever else. So thank you guys for watching. Peace. Bye-bye.